I love working with you. Me too. And heart emoji. Blue heart emoji.
You guys like the light? Hopefully it's good. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Puck Drops here. To Peter Fivefoot, of course, being here. I know I just had it being live and I accidentally put it as not live, but I'm back live. And, wherever the Canucks Jets, I'm doing great. Troy, so this is big for Vancouver move. I want to talk about this, though, because this is getting me, this is grinding my gears. And, I was talking all about that. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to do something. So, right, we lost that game 2-0. They should have scored, and they gave up the one goal, and then they gave up the empty netter at the end. They never scored a goal. But the media, which we saw high on the Canucks, is right now, but they still didn't think they were the best team in the league in the division. Right now, is like writing them off like, oh, nothing's gone right for the Canucks. The Canucks are dead. They're buried. What? Are you kidding me? Do they watch hockey? The Canucks have a rough hill to climb. But, the Senators won in overtime again. But you got to be looking at these standings, guys. The Canucks, 17 points. They're 6th in the division, but they're tied with Calgary for 5th. And they're only 4 points behind. They're continuing to bash Vancouver. Vancouver's there! Are you kidding me? Look at the numbers. They're pushing the panic button. They're going. Oh no, that was the wrong thing with my thumb. But my hand. I apologize for that. But they're pressing the panic button too much for Vancouver right now. Vancouver is fine. They have to improve, but they're not done for. Okay, I shouldn't say fine, but the Canucks they're on the right path. They just have to figure out things. Here we go. So in a game that is really necessary for the Canucks to win, the siren being announced in Vancouver, Winnipeg on a 10-game win streak in this building. It's time for the Canucks to come up big at home against the Jets in the nightcap of tonight. We saw the Capitals edge out the Devils. Obviously, that was annoying, but Ovechkin with the game-winning goal there. The Ottawa Senators won in overtime with the overtime goal being by Brady to Chuck after Corey Perry tied it for Montreal. And the Flyers down 6-2 on a power play in the third period. But the final game of the night has started, and the Jets have iced the puck.
They want to create more chances, and that's what he said. He said they weren't allowed to get to the middle. The Jets did a nice job, and too many passes and not enough shots.
Shifley giving the warning on this face-off.
Shifley off the draw, and the Canucks will take it. A shot on, go net, blocked. Rebound, kept by Pettersson. Pettersson down. They're also wearing the same alternate jerseys Vancouver is 0-1 with it, alternate jerseys, because they weren't the last time. Drop the pass across. The Jets try to clear. They cannot. This one can be rolled on along from the boards and careened to the left side to be taken back by Pettersson, held on by Edler, and stopped back to the wall. It is wristed in front and taken away by Mark Shifley, who took the hit by Miller and fires it all the way to the goaltender. There you go. This is fired down by Miller. Clopped back in. Knife to center and off the stick of Höglander. It careens to be taken back by Ehlers, and a shot from the boards is handled and heavied back for a centering chance in front and a whack at, which they can't get. Horvat hammers it to center.
I said that was the first test of the game. They called that long one for the Jets bonus shot. So technically, Holtby's faced a couple.
I love the stand-up for Hoglander. If you mean from last game, I'm not sure what you're talking about. If it was warm-ups, I missed warm-ups in this game because the NHL Network people were talking. A big check on Roussel. But Roussel's going to speed up for the puck, which is rattled in and taken right for the Jets. That's the goal it goes. Will this be icing? No, backhanded in by Levy. Roussel with the puck. Placed off of a teammate's skate. And here comes Appleton. Pass in front off of Kopp. And that jostled off the stick of him. Pushed in by Sutter. Sutter for the puck. Leaping and grabbing over Bellio for the puck, which he cannot grab. But he's still working away for it. Blue-collar determination for the puck is not received or handled by Vancouver, but it is shot in by Winnipeg and controlled by the Vancouver bench again. Canucks in their own zone. Here's Ulevi. Ulevi with the pass right to the left side of the blue line. We got a fight! McEwen and Chris Thorburn. And McEwen's going to grab him right to the left and try an uppercut, lower cut. McEwen has Thorburn. Thorburn comes for one up high and misses. Then Thorburn to the chest. McEwen trying to grab him down. McEwen holding Thorburn. Not Thorburn. And then hitting a punch to Thorburn. Then got his helmet off. Then skewing another helmet off. And he goes with an uppercut. And that is unanimous. Zachary McEwen. Ding, ding, ding. And 5 minutes for both, but what a way to stand up for your team.
Really well with the heavyweight Derek Forward, 6'3", 220.
I like that Zach really stood up for his team. And in an unbiased way of things, good for Forbert as well. Good for both players. I've seen a few fights in this league, which is good. A shot and a save made. Right on Brandon Holtby. Going to go off of Hellebuck, I believe, to the stick. Schmidt trying to keep it in. Schmidt gets to center and throwing to JT Miller. Miller slots it off from Besser. Schmidt, a pass in front. And this deflects off of Pullman. Vancouver trying to keep in. They will. Here's a chance over for Horvat. That's shot away. Yeah, you're right, Troy. That is absolutely correct. As in comes Hoglander, he gets dumped. Shot by Horvat is gloved down by Hellebuck. They're really going for Hoglander. Like, he's a small guy. They're trying to cheap shot him. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how many times you try to hit him in the head. Number one, his team's going to stand up for him. And number two, and I know it was a headshot, but still. Number two, Hoglander is tough as nails. This kid is so tough. You don't know much about hockey. You got to bet on the Jets. Well, the Jets are favored. They're 2 spots ahead of Vancouver in the division. There's a shot from the wall, and it's chest stopped by Hellebuck. Also, 7:43 left in the third, and it's 6-2 Bruins. It doesn't look like this game is changing. McEwen, the Vancouver player. McEwen's a bit taller than Forbert, but they're both at similar sizes. There's a shot, score! Sutter! Vancouver 1! Canucks Jets nothing! The first goal of the year for the Canucks against Winnipeg in Vancouver, and for this Canucks team with the jerseys, and that goes off the wall. Right by the leg of the Vezina Trophy winner, and Summer slams it in. Yep. Yes, it is. Vancouver, who hasn't won a game all year, when they have trailed a shot in front and a save, or trailed first, a shot in front and a save made by Hellebuck, but they're really good. 8-1-1 when they score the first goal of the game. There's a chance as that one's in front from Hoglander. Canucks still in the Winnipeg zone. Now the Jets will finally bring it out. Finally brought up, and that's as far as he gets. Oh, yeah. Horvat, that was out of nowhere, too. The Jets offense, they've gotten pucks in deep at some point. They haven't looked great, but this Jets defense, at least when they're hemmed in their own zone, looks really bad. Flyers have scored a goal here to make it 6-3, though. Vancouver goal. His 5th of the season, scored by number 20, Brandon Sutter. Here's a shot by Kopp that just wristed wide. Pile drive, over. There's a shot from Pullman, and this one is blocked in front by Vancouver. Taken by Kopp. Links it back. Pullman a shot, blocked away, and taken by Sutter. It's banked to Pullman, and he is chased by Roussel. Antoine decides to go to the bench for a change so Pullman can set it out to center. Edler tries to take away, cannot. It is rifled through, and a stretch pass will work with a clean dish to Edler, who shoots, save made by Hellebuck and kept in at the line. There's a slap shot from the circle. Rebound in front for Beagle, and he can't stuff it in. Here's Virtanen. Off of him, Schmidt holds, shoots, save Hellebuck. Rebound to the boards, and knifed off. It comes across as Pearson tries a hit, but the Jets move it into Vancouver ice. Holtby makes the save and gloves it down. No rebound for Winnipeg, and with 14:07 to go in the first, 1-0 Canucks. This goal has really got the Canucks energized. A ton of shots on goal and moving through. As we've seen with all of the teams that are, my specific 3 teams that I broadcast, that they usually start very strong, but, going through the game, it will really test you. We saw that with the Devils game. And it wasn't necessarily that they were bad, but they were inexperienced, and they gave up a lot of shots. So here, you got to deal with the fact where you have to find ways to win these games in different ways. That's an icing. And you've got to find a way to keep on going through. No, I still can't believe that. What's the score now? Like 6-3, right? 6-3. So the go-ahead there is Coyle. Far angle shot. I remember seeing that one, actually. Dropped in, Besser. Deflected off of a stick. And it's taken by Josh Morrissey to move it over to Mark Scheifele. Slap from the line. Rebound taken. Scheifele. And pile drive to the boards. Good hit on Pierre-Luc Dubois. Wheeler sets it up. There's a shot that's fired wide. Here's Besser with it. Dropping it off to Ulevi. Ulevi and Myers fires it down the ice. Over for Hellebuck. It could have been a too many men on the ice call, but wasn't called. Would have probably been against Vancouver, I'm assuming. Not sure who, they didn't say, but knowing Vancouver's luck, that would have been what? As this puck gets blocked, but Hoglander forces it right through past the Winnipeg bench, but it gets steered back into Vancouver ice. Here's Hughes. Sets it up to Jordy Ben and over to Tanner Pearson. Tanner Pearson puts on the Jets. Left circle. Pearson looking. Drop pass. Hoglander. Save me by Hellebuck. And it's spiked away. Right from Horvat's stick. And here come the Jets. Moving it over is Dylan DeMello shooting wide. Kicked without a stick by Nikolai Ehlers to try to get it out. The Canucks will get it out. Here's Tanner Pearson taking a hit and piling it in. Taken by Pullman behind his goaltender. He'll shoot this down, and the Jets will have it. Good stretch passes. That's what they've done well. But that will just work for a forecheck. And a good play by Edler to get in deep and get in dirty. Pullman backhands it in to keep it, but intercepted by Vancouver. And a stretch pass almost went for a Canuck breakaway. That would have been Gaudette. Huge hit by Hoglander, who got bowled down, and now Hoglander gets back up and is yelling at Lowry. Actually, it's Roussel who's yelling at Lowry. Roussel does most of the grunt work. We'll see if anybody gets called here. Not sure. 1-0 Sutter and the Canucks.
Don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail lead you to believe that a Honda is a delicate machine.
What's the challenge?
Underneath every surface that carries on.
What's the challenge, Josh?
There's always
And T-Stolly, no, I haven't. Well, once. Actually, you know what? I did once. I don't know where it is now, but at my house, in the entrance to my house, and it happened only once, there was and this was happened like 7 years ago, there was there's like a little, it's like a flower vase, and it has the face of like a pug dog. Now, I've never had a pug, so don't think of that, but it has a flower vase. It's very little, cute little thing. But one time, 7 years ago, when I was walking around by the vase, I don't know what happened, but I was daydreaming and looking at it, and I kind of, and you know, I'm a very religious person, so I don't really believe so much in spirits, but it was just a weird thing there. It just felt like it felt like a supernatural type thing, and I felt like the ghost of one of my dead dogs for about 2 minutes. Just not haunting me or anything, but it just felt eerie, and it just felt like a presence. And then it just kind of went away. So that's the only thing I've ever had. So 7-3, so 7-3 Boston. Haha, nice.
He was finishing his check. I was just reaching for the puck. He kind of caught me. It wasn't like a dirty hit or anything, but I was just pissed off. Gave him a couple of cards.
Okay, I can do that. I can actually do that really easily. It just is going to sound bad for broadcasting. So how long do you want me to do that for? You want me to do it for 10 minutes, you said? Okay, so there's like 150 left in the period. Well, you know what? Since that's the case, I'll do it for the whole period. Moved in by 44 for Winnipeg. The Big Eastern Canadian drops it off. And taken away by the Swedish veteran, number 23 for Vancouver. The man they call the Swedish guard, number 40, wearing the old LaPierre number, rifles it over for the former New York Ranger, number 9 for Vancouver. And brought up by the rookie in 36, one of the smallest players on the team. And he got hit again, and it's jarred loose over to 81 to bring it over to number 27. 27 brings it back, holds it on. 4 breaks his stick, and it shafts in half. And here comes the captain, 53 for Vancouver. Save Hellebuck. One strike. Saved by the 37 goalie. And there will be a penalty against the Jets. And a power play coming up for the Canucks.
Homelander went to shoot at the other end, and his stick snapped.
There's the little wrist shot you can see, and it snapped right where he
Well, I've already been starting, but okay. So I have 1 strike so far. Actually, you know what? We're going to recount everything. We're not even going to start it until it's even at 10 minutes. It's 10:50 now. So, okay. So, Josh, I can still do names until it's 10. I can do names for 50 seconds. Yes. Oh, seriously, T. Stelly? No. Yeah, I've never had that. Now, as I've said, I'm just like I don't talk about religion here, not religion, politics, and the second taboo sex. I don't talk about religion. So I wouldn't say I'm going to say like a old lady type, very religious person, but I am very devoted to my religion and I believe in what I believe. But because the conflicts with that. But that's kind of a cool story. Brought up down by Myers, handed at the line. Edler with it. Edler holds. Edler waiting. Passes across at the right circle. Back to Schmidt. Not Edler. Schmidt holds the right circle again. Shot. Save. Rebound. Up high. And back down it goes to center ice. And to be taken away. Back by Gaudette. And Gaudette to bring it up. And hold past to number 36 for the Canucks, who brings it to the boards. And it can be stretched at the line and held on with a rifling pass. Over to number 96 for Vancouver, with the same last name of that hero in 02 for Montreal, as the puck to come away to the Stanley Cup champion, number 70 goaltender for the home team. Brought out by the American young phenom, the defenseman for Vancouver. And off of the stick of 53 and down to the goaltender to play behind. Who's playing better? The Canucks are. Here's 43 again to bring it out for that star 40. 15 seconds left on the power play. Back down from the wall and control at 6 is at the circle. Hands it off to 9 from the point. And a save made by that Star Vezina Trophy winner they've got in Winnipeg. If you are wondering why I'm kind of announcing things weird and not saying players' names, Josh has given me a challenge not to say any players' first or last names for the rest of the first period. Just so it's not like number to number to number, I'm going to try to give descriptions on each player, of where they used to play, what award they won, but just not their names. If they're related to an athletic great, then dropped it back by the French-Canadian number 88 for Winnipeg, and it's chopped in by their fourth-line players. Backhanded in behind by big number 57 for Vancouver, the former Buffalo Sabre and Winnipeg Jet against his former team as it's dropped in for number 55 for Winnipeg, who had the game-winning goal the other night. There's a chopped-in puck from the point and handed over by number 2, the defenseman from San Jose. And it's backhanded at the left circle. And lobbed in from the young Finn, 48 for Vancouver. As number 55 at the Winnipeg bench is yapping at the Vancouver bench. And an offside call against the Canucks. Shifley's still not happy about something. Is it 1-0 Vancouver? I said Shifley, but that doesn't count, right, Josh? That can't count because we were literally at the end of the going to commercial. If you count that, it's fine, but I don't know if that'll count because I wasn't broadcasting him doing anything. I was just saying that he was angry and I was going to the commercial.
$5 for the first responders, up to $1 million per year. Here's to the proper heroes. Proper number 12, Irish whiskey, one for all. Crust is the most important part of stuffed crust. It's half the name. Papa John's crust is made from 6 simple ingredients. 7 if you count all this cheese.
Yeah, listen, and it's not just play-by-play broadcasting. It's also talking about the guy doing something like yelling at the bench. If they were doing an if they had just stopped the puck and they were going to drop it again, and I said Scheifele was yapping, then that's 8 seconds left, Josh. Not 9, but yeah, doesn't matter. Anyway, then I would have been I would have gotten an for that. But because I was literally just going to commercial, I don't count. I'm from Montreal. They're not doing so bad. They have a great season start. Yeah, but you lost to Ottawa in overtime today. You know a bunch of people that are friends of this channel that are Montreal fans.
Take the first step in saying goodbye to your debt. Learn more at sands-trustee.com.
Canucks right up there, league leaders with points from defensemen, and one of the reasons why, the big reasons why, Quinn Hughes. Points in February.
It's true.
Already. Beyond will also play the Jets power play all the time.
Most points in February by a defenseman, and it's by the second-year full, technically third-year man from Michigan University, the young defenseman, number 43 out of Vancouver. Yeah, the consistency was there early on in the year, and now it hasn't been for Montreal. Icing call against the Jets. But La Familia 503, you're absolutely correct.
That's a pro. That worked right there. Yes. You learn from your past and you come back strong. After the icing, Horvat up for the face-up.
Number 53 for Vancouver wins the draw, and the puck lands in behind and trying to wrap around. Chance would not go, and that was 53 again trying to get the chance, and 27 for Winnipeg lines it out. Taken by Lethal, 81 for the Jets. A shot, and that one went wide. Actually might have deflected off that goaltender for the Canucks. Taken back by number 8 for Vancouver, the brother of number 14 in Dallas. The Jets will move in waves in their own zone. Number 55 battles this in. Hands it back for the rookie number 3 in Winnipeg. 18 shot attempts for the Canucks, 7 for the Jets. Handed back to that defenseman against number 3, a pass across, and 55 missed the net. It's so early, and if you've ever watched the Canucks, you know they're not going to win a game with only scoring 1 goal. 55 hands it off to number 26, and the former Bruin can't stuff it. Canucks to bring it to center. Number 9 hands off to number 40. They've got the lateral line out there for Vancouver, the other one being number 6. And here's 9 handing it over to 40. 40 dropping it off, and it's intercepted by Winnipeg 55. With the short buckler, but it's taken back by 23. Big save by the Winnipeg goalie. Handed back across from 26, and 23 the one shot. And that deflected wide. 26 can't get there. 26 for Vancouver, that is. There's a shot on wide again. High up, and a save made by the Jet goaltender. And here come the Jets. Winnipeg to bring it up. They're offside. We are on a commercial again with the Canucks leading by a goal and fending off Winnipeg chances and getting chances of their own. Still holding a 1-goal lead.
I tried a laxative that's gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dog-a-Lax soft chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dog-a-Lax soft chews.
Inside the bubble with Duncan. Oh, wait, you can pull the goal in?
Yeah, just went to get the Dunkin' cold brew. Plus the puck is in that spot and we can't really get to.
The hell, please. Where there's hockey, there's Duncan.
I don't think anyone's on your profile picture.
She has it. Into car buying confidence. Now they found it on Carcabrews. With Carcabrews Finance in Advance, you can find a great deal on a car you love and get a personalized financing offer to see your real monthly payment. It only takes minutes, and there's no impact on your credit score. Card readers puts all the important information in the palm of your hand. So when it comes time to buy, you'll be more than ready. Find your card and your financing at Card Roots today.
Ready? Let's go.
What a beautiful sight.
Taking your speed up. Let's go. Come on.
We're gonna take it to a tail cross. Great wide, guys. Take the lead here. Nordic Track, the home of interactive personal training.
Jets very happy to have this guy in the lineup here.
You know what's funny, guys? I was looking all over YouTube because a friend that does the Habs stuff, Habs Go Hockey, wherever it was, he's not streaming. He's done streaming today. Well, actually, no, I don't think he streams on weekends. And Hot Take Hockey is done. I was looking. There was no one else streaming any NHL games. Unbelievable. There's, I'm pretty sure, unless maybe the hockey guy is, but I don't even think he's streaming. Yeah, no one else is live streaming any NHL games right now, so we're the only ones, which actually is a really good opportunity. Brought up for number 22 of Winnipeg. Jostled for 2 again, a shot in front, and then a glove saved by the big Vancouver goaltender.
For all your business, retirement, tax, estate, and insurance planning needs, we're here to provide a complete solution. Asante Wealth Management. Be well advised.
You know, it's embarrassing. I do simple math like that, and you look at me with your raised eyebrows. Curtis, the stats guy, does the same thing. Like, I can't do simple math.
You don't have your calculator out. Your Texas Instruments calculator.
Here's a steal by Horvath.
Here's a chance in front for number 53. A shot and a save made by their Winnipeg goaltender.
There's Horvath. Counts on that puck to the Winnipeg blue line and moving for a good chance. Puck flipped into the Vancouver zone. Hughes back forth, but it was contact with a high stick, so it'll be a face-off deep in Vancouver territory. Horvath had a chance to make it 2-0.
Hunter Helmet plays this one very well. Pass intercepted. Tries to go wide. So he's looking just under the blocker, but Helmet kicks out the right pass. It's not the inside of the pad. It stays up. And we all know how.
Oh, I missed what you said about Discord. Who's on my? Oh, I know who's on your profile picture. Number 40 for Vancouver. You're not getting me in this one. This has been a surprisingly easy one for me. Take it up for 27, intercepted with number 6, and a shot and a save made by the Winnipeg goaltender.
Coaching staff stressed after last game. You get a chance to shoot it. And the Canucks had 16 shots already with 4:30 left.
Young right up the middle. And Brock Besser intercepts Helmet. Expected when you least expect it, right there.
Face-off win for Pedersen. Hughes to 10.
All right, at intermission, I'm going to read the report you sent to Discord. There's a shot, save, rebound, score! The Swedish guy, number 40, I think, got a stick, and it's 2-0 Canucks. It will be the profile pick of Josh, who gets the goal. 2-0 Vancouver. Left puck in front, and he's jostling away, and he's just able to get that stick there. Puck right to him, and a self-rebound. Yeah, I know you're allowed to say names. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're the guy that commenting. Well, not whatever you know. Puck at center. See the Winnipeg captain, and he jarred it through, and he's offside. The Jets are offside with even 4 minutes left in period number.
Congratulations, Tony Brown. He won a $250 more rewards
travel gift card. So Lee's Pedersen tries to explain exactly how he did it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And you can see through the skates, through the legs, backhand, chips it up, and you can see the bench there. Everybody, look at that. Let's look at the tablet and watch that one play.
Dropping it into the Canucks end, and that was goal number 6 of the season after that big drought for number 40. And 23 in Winnipeg just goes down but gets back up. Backhander in front is intercepted by one of the few. Well, no, that's number 71, not number 70. Big 71, he won the fight earlier with 24 of the Jets. They were having that fight because of what happened to number 36 of the Vancouver Canucks. Taken by the Jets to center ice. And 18 back there, delayed offside against the Jets. Taken by 48 and thrown into the Winnipeg zone. More Canucks and Jets get off the bench. There's a shot in front, blocked. Sent to center, and here's 22, and he took a big hit. They have good players out in center acting like cutoff men to place the puck and get it through. They will, but here are the quick passes for the Jets. And the shot that's blocked down again. Number 22 with the name resembling that of a popular fruit is hit and taken away by number 8 of the defense, and they've got a Canuck offside with 2:23 left in the first.
$100,000. Don't delay. Get your tickets now. Canucks.com/online5050.
It's 20 to go. Opening period.
Taken from behind by 88 and thrown to the goalie. Okay, so I wanted to get Tommy on here because ranting on my Rangers, I can't say names because Josh, Ravens 8 and I have a little fun game. We try to do a fun game every period and do a stream because I'm going to be a professional broadcaster. This one's more of a stupid one, but where I try to find out if I can, have a different name for a puck the rest of the period. So I'm not saying names for the rest of the first period. We only have 2 minutes left in it. I'll give descriptions though, so you'll kind of understand the play. It's not like a full thing. It's not like I'm a bad streamer that's completely lost with how to broadcast. It's just that it's just a fun little game. Here comes 70 with a slap shot, and that's rifled away. And take it back for 23 for Vancouver, who took a hit. 90 seconds left. If that makes any sense, ranting in my Rangers. Well, actually, it shouldn't make sense. It's very stupid, but it you can not. I don't want to say understand, but get why I'm not saying what it is. Throwing it back off the far wall. It moved in behind. Glove down by 22 there of Winnipeg. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Canucks trying to take it out. Jets captain with it. Handled off the puck. And backed it down again. I think you might have thought that I was going to have a hard time with this, though. It's been surprisingly very easy. 24 behind that Jet net. With less than 30 seconds left. And Pyle drived in for the former Capital and Golden Knight 88, who hands it back from the Frenchman 26 over to the first goal scorer, 20 for Vancouver. 12 seconds left in the first. Jets will have it, and they'll throw it down, taken by 20 for Vancouver. And then the final seconds to bring it out again. It is going to be touched and thrown off the boards by Winnipeg. And now we've got pushing and shoving between 88 and 20, which now since the challenge is over, are Bellew and Sutter. And Sutter and Peterson, the goals. They are the guys that have given Vancouver a 2-0 lead heading to the first intermission. What a period for Vancouver.
This is why they play the games, and this is why we love the National Hockey League. Welcome to the Intermission Report presented by Discover. Tony Lundgren alongside Brian Lawton. So, just to repeat, I said before the game, not once, but twice, 11 of the last dozen matchups between these teams have gone to the Jets. 11-1-0, and it's 2-0 Vancouver, the team that is being asked about where they are in the standings. They're 6th in the North. How do you explain it?
Honestly, I really thought the fight we're going to see in a second here between Zach McEwen and Derek Forbort really changed the energy level for the Vancouver Canucks. I'm normally a big proponent of it, but the Canucks just...
I know I can say names now. Also, I'm just going to get something to take like 1 second, but also I just want to let you guys know that they're saying the broadcasters and NHL Network right now, because I don't know if you're watching that in the feed, are saying that they think that the McEwen fight is really you're annoying. The McEwen fight really changed the complexion of this game, helped the Canucks get going. And they've got 2 goals, so that helps. Now, remember, they went up 2-0 and ended up losing in overtime to Calgary. In fact, not only that, but, they had to score the goal to get it to overtime. So, it's possible.
Let's look at the highlights. A 2-0 score. 20 minutes in, we jump in with 2.5 goals.
Here it is right now. This is, McEwen knows this is probably going to come. He's ready for it. Derek Forbort is way out of his league right here. He just does not draw the enough to be confident to fight a guy like this, and yet it happens. And I understand why he did it when you go back and look at what happened last year in Tony.
Yeah, retribution.
Clearly, looking right there, McEwen just stops. Look at the bench. There's Humphreys involved in the incident last night in the previous game between Forbort and himself. And it was all smooth sailing.
You know that, right? You know that line.
Watch this unusual bounce off the backboards. Hellebuck finishes coming out the other side, but it doesn't hit even. Watch him turn his head to the right, and here comes the puck to his left.
Flames didn't beat us. We didn't beat the Flames. The refs beat us. Oh, speaking of, did you guys know? I've checked memes on this. You've probably seen this if you check social media. But did you guys know that speaking of the big in sports, the big thing still, even though it happened weeks ago, of refs beat them, is like a ton of Chiefs fans are going, oh, the refs beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. The refs won the Super Bowl. The refs wanted Tom Brady to win. It was the refs. I'm like, what are you serious? Are you serious? You guys only lost 2 games, and you only lost 1 with the starter, and you never lost on the road until the Super Bowl. And you just had a bad game against a team that was better prepared. Exactly. And you of all people, Josh, you hate Tom Brady. You don't like him. You think the refs have done all those things. And you still know that it wasn't the refs' fault, right? Like, you of all people would agree that Tom Brady and the refs sometimes will team up and it's a bad thing. And you're agreeing with me that this is not the refs' fault or Tom Brady's fault or anything more than the Chiefs played bad and the other team played much better and their defense played much better. Yeah, it was fair. It was a good game. Now, to the Chiefs' credit, I'll say this. They called a bit more penalties. They called penalties that would be perfect for a playoff game in the second round of the playoffs, not a Super Bowl. Not saying they weren't illegal or such, and they weren't bad calls. It's just that, and it wasn't that they were unfair calls towards a certain team. It was just that they, I think me and a lot of other people all over the world majority, thought that the referees in the Super Bowl would have held their whistles, like just not called as many calls and let stuff go a lot more since it is the Super Bowl. And it's funny, there were a few playoff games earlier in the Super Bowl where they held their whistles a lot more. Right.
You need business mobility solutions.
He turned the ball over a bunch, too. Nothing really. We were just discussing Josh made a comment about the refs with the Flames Canucks game, and I was saying how there's still a lot of people on social media venting, Chiefs fans specifically, T. Starley, talking about how the referees have constantly they said that the referees screwed Mahomes over and the Chiefs, and it's the referees' fault, and they conspired with Tom Brady and la 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 la. I'm going, are you kidding me? No, you didn't play well. You're a team that only lost once when you had full starters, and you lost 2 times overall, and you never lost a game on the road until you went to the Super Bowl. That's a bogus. And yeah, did they call a bit more calls against both teams than they probably should have? Yeah, but they really didn't gyp the game. Like I want to know your thought, but I thought it was absolutely ridiculous claims.
It might be a make it easy meal kit Monday or a toss it in the oven Tuesday.
Right? Like,
What am I, a chef?
because you like football too, so I was thinking maybe you would appreciate that.
Doesn't need a clever name.
My bad. Wait, what?
Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Also available at select stores. Home Chef. Delicious, means simple.
When we started our company, we simply wanted better sheets. But along the way, we realized that softer, safer, organic cotton does so much more for the planet and for humanity. It helps your home become a force for good, because home is more than just an address. Home is our soul.
So that's my thought on things. But sometimes they would throw to the KC defense and the ball would go through the hands. That's true. That's true. That is true. And the other thing was Mahomes threw the ball. They threw the ball to the defense line. Turned the ball over a lot. But overall, the NFL season's over. But I got to say, I know the Texans were flatly, absolutely horrible, as I expected them to be. And the Giants missed the playoffs. But overall, that was a really fun regular season in playoffs. Oh, yeah, that's right. But, I found and I know, see, Stelly, for your Eagles, it was not a fun year. But it was a fun year. I thought that was a fun regular season in playoffs. And, Josh, that was pretty fun for your team as well. I mean, I know that they kind of collapsed at the end against Buffalo in the second round, but they started well, and then they kind of fell apart, but they found themselves back in some just really character games, and then they got the playoff series win. The playoff win. Oh, I thought you were an Eagles fan for some reason. Okay. But you're from wait, aren't you from Philadelphia though, and you like the Flyers? You like the Cowboys and are in Philadelphia. If you like the Cowboys and you're in Philadelphia, I need to know how you live. I don't understand. But anyway, the Cowboys didn't have that great of a year anyway, either. But back to Josh, like the Ravens, they won the. That's still crazy. But Josh, the Ravens, they got that playoff victory. They were looking for that playoff victory. They got that against Tennessee. And they had a good year. Didn't win the division, but they went and because they only lost by 3 and Cleveland lost by 10. You can say with that argument they went farther, the closest out of any team in that division. Still, this year when you're going to think of AFC North success, you're going to think of Cleveland because they had a really close game against the team that would win the conference, and they demolished Pittsburgh, but still, Baltimore had a really good year.
They were rolled, of course, the Flyers down 6 meaningful players in this game on the COVID list. That's unfortunate. Giroux, Warrencheck, Braun, Lawton, Lindblom. We could keep going until, but it was a close game up until about the middle of the second.
That 88 guy made it less than close. In the end, a hat trick. Only he and Tyler Toffoli have pulled hat tricks in outdoor games. In sportsmanship post-game, Sean Couturier, one of the top defensive forwards, you can see him out there. And
So that's something.
The chance for us to celebrate 88, my goodness, Lawrence. The one you called a sling was gorgeous. The first goal was great. The last goal was pretty. Pasta seems to only know how to score beauties.
Yeah, that puck is on and off his stick in a millisecond. He doesn't dust it off. Brad Marchand with a perfect pass. And it's just bang, bang. Lights out. David Pastrnak. Nobody plays with a bigger smile than this guy. That's what I love about him.
Me too.
A lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, love for the game. He plays hard. He's much more physical than you think. You saw it right there, a little contact before he creates some of his own space and slings that one literally over the shoulder, off the bar. The glove never even moves till it's by him. That was an unusual circumstance in terms of how the puck was sitting on the stick.
And then the takeaway and Costa. That's the hat.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Stole a little bit of Sidney Crosby in that one. Watch him drop that right knee down. Crosby, of course, can drop that on the left. Crosby doesn't matter. Same result. Beautiful goal. Tyler Toffoli.
Yeah, very true. I gotta tell you, the Giants. Listen, here's the thing. The Giants, they didn't make the playoffs, but I was really proud of the Giants because, yeah, they had an inconsistent quarterback. Yeah, they had this. Yeah, they had that. And they had a really bad third down defense. But they got into close games, and they were losing a ton of games early on. And they found ways to get into the playoffs and to get to a position to get into the playoffs. And like a team, like you're like, oh, they could have beaten Cleveland. You know, Cleveland, they had Cleveland and it was a low-scoring game and they should have beaten them. They would have a chance to go to the playoffs without needing Philadelphia to lose or whatever, or to win or whatever. Well, Cleveland is a playoff team. Like the Giants were a lot more versatile, and I get that it was a horrible division, but the Giants were a lot more versatile than they should have been. They're like 1-5 at one point, and they almost won the division. And you can really see that there's some things, that need to be fixed. But when they're fixed, when that offensive line gets good, the Giants are going to be really good. Hi, William.
What happens on this one? Josh Norris shoots, and that one pops up over and in.
Norris gets a one-handed tip on it, goes straight up in the air. Jake Allen has no idea where it is. Watch Norris right here reach out with one hand. Kind of bounces funny off of Allen, straight up in the air, finds his way to the
Yep, Avalanche win. What a game last night. And that was a big, that was a definite big win for them. I got to let you know, I know you've been wanting me to do a Colorado Avalanche game like I did the other day. William, I might actually be doing I'm actually thinking about doing a full Colorado Avalanche game on Wednesday. And that's because specifically none of my, the three teams I do play that day, but one of the teams that I really like behind them, Minnesota, does. So I'm probably going to do that game that day. Probably the only game I do, but that'll probably be the game I'll do. So I just wanted to let you know that since you are a big Colorado guy. Yeah. Colorado, Minnesota is definitely one of the most underrated rivalries in hockey. It's really fun. In fact, since my teams aren't playing that much, well, my three teams aren't playing that much this week, I actually am going to have 2 Minnesota Wild games, which is fun. That'll be tomorrow. I'll be doing a Minnesota Wild game, which is actually going to be funny because it's going to be a late night cap between 10:30. So I got that class that ends at 8, but you don't have time to get ready. I wish I had my Minnesota Wild hat here, but I don't. So I'm actually going to have to that's something I'm going to have to do with it. That's fine.
We are not here to take part. We are here to take over.
Proper number 12, Irish whiskey.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
No matter what happened in 2020, it's a brand new year. And with HelloFresh, it's 365 days to start fresh. 365 ways to make time for yourself. Make time for the kiddos, and make them new all-time favorite meals. Just take it step by step, and we'll make it happen. One dish at a time. Hit refresh with HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code TV10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping.
Sarah shopped for the lowest mortgage rate and chose AmeriSave. The one choice she'll never regret. Unlike buying a do-it-yourself orthodontics kit or marrying Eddie. Visit AmeriSave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings.
If you've got a military, first responder, or law enforcement background, GovX.com is for you. Members save on epic brands and the gear they need for on and off-duty lives. Signing up is fast, easy, and totally free. If you qualify, visit GovX.com.
Looking for dinner made easy? Move over meal prep and make way for pre-chopped and pre-portioned ingredients. Hit the road hard to follow recipes and say hello to easy breezy meals. Happy sapphire dishes and welcome easy cleanup. Well, hello there, Home Chef. Home Chef oven-ready meals, pre-chopped and pre-portioned recipes without the pretzel mess. Get $90 off your first month at HomeChef.com. Home Chef, delicious, meat simple.
When we started our company, we simply wanted better sheets. But along the way, we realized that softer, safer, organic cotton does so much more for the planet and for humanity. It helps your home become a force for good, because home is more than just an address. Home is our soul. Bowen Branch, organic sheets, bath, and home. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at BowenBranch.com.
Introducing Upper Deck Impact. Your favorite NHL players are at the tips of your fingers. They're not just digital cards, but real cards.
Oh.
Trade with fans from around the world.
I just remembered something.
For complete sets, get exclusive reviews. Sign up today to get your daily free pack. Only on UpperDeckImpact.com.
I just remembered something since I don't believe the game has started yet. The game hasn't started. The second period hasn't started yet. So, hey, guys. So, I wanted to read something because I was going to read it before and I forgot to. T. Stolly. This is what T. Stolly or Trent, I believe, Trent sent me about his the restaurant with the ghost. So, here we go. Quote. Way back when a couple hundred years ago, the restaurant currently known as was an inn and stagecoach stop. A man who worked at the inn, Marvin, fell in love with the woman who also worked there. Okay. The owner forbade their relationship, and Marvin was fired. A short time later, Marvin was found hanging in the entrance to the servants' quarters. Whether he hung himself or was hung was never known, but what they do know is he never left. I'm going to continue this at the next commercial. So no team name that's also the New York football team. That's the Winnipeg hockey team. Okay, good. Taken by Besser for the Vancouver Canucks, and Besser to drop it off. Slip it for Peterson. Off to Winnipeg Sticks, and Peterson to go and grab it. Canucks to throw it in. Here is Schmidt. Hands to the stick over for J.T. Miller, and now Besser. Besser drops down to J.T. Miller. Hands it off of Schmidt's stick. And move for Hughes again. Spinorama. Peterson! Blocked. Back to Hughes. Hughes off the backhand and back to Peterson again. Peterson shoots. Blocked again. And comes to the boards. And here's a passing chance in front. Hughes trying to go rip that apart. He cannot. Taken down the lane by Hughes and shooting in. Back for the Canucks alone again. And Lowry will clear it down for Winnipeg. An offside call against Roussel in Vancouver. This will go for a neutral zone draw. Yeah, well, I'm gonna say more about it. I'm gonna read the rest of what you sent me once we get to commercial, because it's actually pretty interesting, whether you believe in spirits or not. Right for Oglander and rattled in. They're talking right now. Interestingly enough, if William is here about the Colorado thing, about the Avalanche and that game, and how the ice was a problem earlier, but then it wasn't. And I gotta tell you, I watched that game, that Colorado Avalanche game. What a game! But definitely showing that he's one of the best players in the sport. The Nathan McKinnon goal when he was working on Pietrangelo was some pretty nasty stuff. I mean, I'm a big Landeskog fan. You can see how McKinnon's better than anybody on that team because just how epic some of the moves he would make is. You could just see that this guy, personally, I picked him to win the Hart Trophy this year. McKinnon that good. Dropped it back off of Hoglander and working it in for Winnipeg. It is from Appleton, and he backhands it off a stick and out of play. 17:27 to play in period 2. And it's 2-0 Vancouver from the first period goal from Sutter and Peterson. This is the only game still going on in the National Hockey League.
Talked about Pierre Dubois and his quarantine. His dad is the assistant coach of the Manitoba Moose, so he got to do that at home and reunite with the family, made it a little easier.
Handled from the circle by Wheeler, and that's spiked off of a Canuck. The Canuck was Beagle. Edler throws it to the boards, taken by Schmidt, and he looks the puck to the blue line and backhands it in. There's a shot over at Pedersen back. Oh, wraparound by JT Miller. He just missed the puck past the post. It would have been 3-0 Canucks. Goes for Miller again. Pass to the goal. Besser can't get there. The Lotto line is coming up big and in some bullish numbers. It's intercepted Peterson. But the Jets will get it right back and fire it down. Well, if the spirit's real and the spirit has to do with Marvin the whole time, I would suggest not going to that guy's room. Glove down by Hellebuck as Beagle chases to the goal and a face-off zone and the Winnipeg one.
JT Miller has Hellebuck, and you can see Hellebuck scrambling, and he still didn't have the left leg even close to the post.
Any of you NBA fans, Minnesota Timberwolves have just fired Ryan Saunders. So that organization has had so much upheaval. Now, I wonder if they'll sell the team or what happens, because now they got to go find a new head coach. They had Thibodeau before, and now it's a wreck. They got to find something, but they've just fired their head coach. Yeah, I just said that. Oh, you like Ghost? Yeah, I'm really amped on that because I just watched Secret Base, which is it's a YouTube channel that talks about like really cool and interesting stories and flashbacks from sports. And they talked about the organizational upheaval with Minnesota, especially dealing with Kevin Garnett. And I learned all about that organization's ineptitude. And I'm not trying to bash them. I actually like the Timberwolves a lot. I've liked a lot of their players since they've come in, but it's just a mess. And now that they've got to go find a new head coach, it's just crazy because they gave so much leverage to Thibodeau, and he had to leave, and now they fire this guy. The secret base is good. I wish they'd make more hockey videos, but I understand that they don't know a ton, that most of the writers don't know a ton. They had a good flashback on one of the few hockey stuff. It was content I don't know a lot about. But they actually had some good content on. They did a few months ago the Miracle at Manchester against Gretzky and the fledgling Oilers against the LA Machine. When the Kings were down 5-0 and then scored 6 straight, including the winner in overtime. That was pretty fun to learn about. Like, I knew the Miracle of Manchester, but I didn't know, like, the full story on it and everything that went on in the game. So it was pretty cool. Morrissey shoots! And the glove saved by Braden Holtby. There's also, they cover a lot more football stuff, and there's a lot of football content and things that actually I don't know that I'm interested in, which was fun to see. Also, a few Portland Trailblazers stuff, and Josh and I, we love Portland. I think that's both of our second favorite teams. So. Oh, Knicks beat. Speaking of Minnesota, Knicks beat Minnesota today, which is good for them. As this puck will work it into the Winnipeg end. Right now the Jets will move it. Said it once. Strike one. Winnipeg will move it in the Vancouver end, and the puck will go over the glass.
6:02 into the second. No goals here in the middle frame.
No score. 2-0. Canucks still in this second period.
0% is HRV.
But they're your second favorite, right? Toronto's your first, just like the Knicks are my first.
0% on this CRV. That one too. 0% of the passport. 0% on the.
So the Knicks are 7th right now in the conference, which, how ironically, they would play Brooklyn if they meet in the playoffs.
Like 0% APR financing on the purchase of select auto loans.
No, Boston's been bumped all the way down to 6, and the Knicks have only one loss worse than Boston. Boston is 15-15, and the Knicks are 15-16. Your Toronto Raptors have gotten to. Your Toronto Raptors have gone to 16-15. If the Knicks can get a few wins, the Knicks could actually get to a moderately average seed in the conference. Right. The Knicks are my 1 and Portland's my 2. Portland, I don't think is good. Oh, Portland's 5th in the conference. Wow. For a year where I barely watch any NBA, this is a good – I got to start watching NBA. I got to start watching basketball. The Knicks are in a playoff position and could be a few wins away from vaulting from 7 to 5 or even 4. The East is that tight, and Portland's 5th in the conference and only about a win or 2 away from getting to 4th where Phoenix is. Yeah, I got to watch me some NBA basketball. Yeah, so your NBA team is 5th in the – your top is 5th in the East, and your second is 5th in the West. My first is 7th in the East. My second is 5th in the West. Start watching baseball? Why? So I can just tell what's his name? Nathan, that the Padres are horrible. Listen, here's the thing. I actually like the Padres, but he's making me not like them. And I don't want to not like them. I want to like them. Yeah, I want to like them, though, and he's making me not like them. Not that he's not a good guy. He's a cool guy to talk to, but he's annoying in the way that he constantly approaches to tell me that they're better. As the Canucks had a shot on goal that just went off the goaltender and by the sideboards. I forgot to read it at commercial, so next commercial I'm going to read the, ghost. Scheifele is offside for Winnipeg.
This period brought to you by Toyota RAV4. There's more out there to experience.
JT Miller on Pullman. Outside, inside. Pullman a little look at the puck. Oh, just shifted wide. Hoglander deflects the puck into Winnipeg zone. Neil Dion checked by Pearson. It's too slow to move it. Canucks trying to take advantage. Pearson with a shot.
There's a chance by Pearson for the Canucks, who are not giving up on this pressure. They'll vault to fifth in the division, and 2 points behind these Jets. I did it again! Winnipeg, as Ehlers shoots at a save by Holtby, and another save by Holtby if they win regulation, another chance on goal, and this one went up high. I'm not muting him. It's not just that. It's like a Discord too. Connor off of Bellew. And Connor looks to chase Sutter. And the puck deposits off the boards and into the opposing zone. And yes, I know I can say Winnipeg. Throw in the center. Good pass. A good take. Cop with it. Backhand looking for a lane. Has Bellew and a block. Here comes Vancouver. Roussel shoots in. The Canucks. It's Sutter. Roussel again. Sutter looks for it. Roussel is slowly getting to his feet. Hope he's okay. The Canucks are going to need him as the season goes along and into the playoffs if they get there.
And Roussel, you can see trying to shake it off, staying at the bench for now. Jordy Ben.
Here's Ben in behind, and the puck launches to Holtby, who loves it down. Can you mute for as long as you want for only a 5-minute major? It's 3 minutes, but yes, only 3 minutes. My streams, you mean? Nice. Besser trying to get in, and here comes Winnipeg over to center. Dubois can't get it. Besser with Miller. Hands it to Adler, and Pettersson got whacked down, but he's offside anyway. Will they call a penalty? Doesn't look like it from his look.
I think Alexander wanted that one to be off the backboards and Pettersson to skate onto it, but
well, more and more subs. That's what I say. Remember to like, subscribe, all that. You know, you're supposed to, as a YouTuber, do that whole like, subscribe thing. I don't even like doing that. Doing that whole. It just sounds so cheesy. It's like people understand how YouTube works. Give me mod. You want a deal? Yeah, sure. I'll give you a mod. You've been here a few times, and you haven't caused any issues. The one time you said, like, I'm annoyed because you didn't say anything here, but I was, like, playing the goal horn because somebody scored and I missed. I missed when you asked, but ever since then you've apologized and you've been really nice and really cool. So yeah, I have no problem giving you a mod.
Straight to his defense partner Neil.
As presenting sponsor of the Reverse Retro Homestand, JD is giving away a signed Elias Pettersson Adidas Reverse Retro jersey. Your chance to win. Visit Canucks.com/TD Reverse Retro.
That'd be nice for your collection. Will has one. Oh, he has one. I thought it was a quick use one. No, it's a quick use one. You're right. But I mean, how many reverse retro jerseys? Oh, in one man of four. You could win this one. There's a shot by McEwen.
There's a chance off from where McEwen was. He banks it into his own zone, however. McEwen at the wall. And flip to center ice.
Canucks find it, get it to McEwen. Zach McEwen chips into the Winnipeg zone. That'll be icing. And faceoff comes back down the ice.
This period brought to you by Toyota RAV4. There's more out there to experience.
After the ice, and Paul Maurice with the Shifley line right away. Out against Beagle, McEwen, and Bertanen. So a warning to Jay Beagle.
Jay Beagle gets a warning because of the face-off violation. Winnipeg wins it. Shoots it back down. Levy takes a hit. Here's Shifley behind the Vancouver Canucks goaltender. That was Holtby. A shot by Wheeler, and it's gloved down by Holtby again. 9:09 to play in the second period. He is still holding no goals past him. He's had a good game. It's 2-0. The home team. All right, let's finish what I was doing. Okay, Tisel, I hope you're here. So we finished with the thing. Okay, so where were we? We said.
That's my turtle. Frog protection.
Okay. About Marvin. Quote: 2 employees of. We're back to the ghost thing. So, Giovanni Perot, T. Stolly has a restaurant by him that he says is haunted. So he sent me a report on people who believe that there are spirits there, and we're reading it. Oh, I'm reading it. Quote: 2 employees of the restaurant claim to have seen him, both saying Marvin, which is the ghost, both saying that he stood at the top of the stairs looking down at them. Although the owner, Jody Stolly, hasn't laid eyes on him herself, she's experienced plenty of bizarre occurrences firsthand. Quote: he likes to play with the TVs, quote, Stolly said. He's notorious for turning them on and off. Other reports include turning doorknobs, locking doors, knocking signs from the walls, flickering the lights. Oh, that's your aunt. Okay. Which is why it's Stolly, right? I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. Flickering the lights and occasionally breaking a glass or bottle. Things fall off the shelves, but like they're pushed, ... I think he's a jokester, Stolly said. So you're talking like a Casper type. Backing up Stolly's theory is bartender Felicia Brunner, who had a few amusing stories about Marvin's antics. She said that he likes to tug waitresses' ponytails and occasionally pats or grabs the rear end, which is weird. We're going to resume that once this goes back to commercial. But interesting. So he's not like a haunting spirit. He's like Casper. Brunner. No, not Brunner. Brunner, Josh, as in like Damian Brunner, another player who ended up playing with Brunner, former Devil and Red Wing. The person's name is Felicia Brunner, who apparently is a bartender at this place, and who T. Stolly probably knows because I don't. Sutter brings it in for Vancouver. Sutter motors in, shots. Wow. And it'll deflect over the glass. Yeah, that's what I thought. T. Stolly, that's what I thought. I heard that. I was like, ugh. Imagine if you work there and you just feel like a presence, especially if you're a bartender and you're used to, like, you know, people of all types of, I'm not going to say anything else, you know, types of people, weird people come up and you're thinking somebody's just pulling a prank or being drunk and it's just this ghost. I'm aware who Marty is, yes. This will be shot in and taken from Appleton again. And Trouba banks this off to Hughes. The Trouba. Why did I say Trouba? I don't know what's happening.
It was all Capitals after that as they stole it back for the win. Trade again in his own system. Craig Anderson got the name for the Capitals. Here's Pedersen. Steps around Appleton.
Peterson links it through. Talking about the game that we streamed much earlier today. New Jersey and Washington. The Devils went up 2 straight goals. Then the Capitals found their way in the third period and scored 4 and answered in the second and third. But the Devils scored a goal with 11 seconds left to make it a hockey game. Ovechkin getting the game winner there. Coyle had the game winner against Philadelphia, and the game winner for Tkachuk in overtime against Montreal. Yeah, like that legit, that is something that I would say would be a little weird. Here's Kyle Connor, and he's got Ehlers to his backside. Connor drops off, goes to Ehlers in front of him. They've done a lot of that backpedaling like they're going for a drop pass, but in front circling for a forward shooting. It's a bit interesting. It's very unconventional, but it works for them. Hands it off, Connor! And that deflects over to the goal. Automatic hit, Holtby did not. Okay, Josh. Nice. Vancouver player just got dumped. Tyler Myers on a minute 25 shift, but he jumps to the bench as the Canucks were able to get that puck out to center again. 6:27 left in the second period. Vancouver 2, Winnipeg nothing. Holtby behind his net. Hands it off. There's been 3 penalties in this game. Only 1 power play. The Canucks had the power play, and Forbert was in for hooking. The other 2 penalties were Forbert as well for fighting, and McEwen as well for fighting. Last time we went, me and my cousin went to the 3rd floor, and I said, "Oh yeah, the waiter just went to." Now, because all you said was his room. Well, first of all, I need to say bedroom because if I say Marvin's room, I'm going to start cracking up. If any of you don't know, Marvin's room is a reference score. It's Dubois, and the Jets are back in it. Winnipeg is back in it. I failed. Pierre-Luc Dubois, his first goal in Winnipeg. I'll explain that Marvin thing. First, Wheeler, the block in front, and then a big rifle shot for Pierre-Luc Dubois. No shutout for Holtby. A 1 goal lead only for Vancouver this year. And we can. Puck off the draw and close there. Peg to move this back. Lowry chases from Sutter. Peterson, a shot blocked. It's thrown in and offside. 4:59 to go in the second period. Pierre-Luc Dubois scores his first in Manitoba, and the Jets are on the board. And I know I said Jets. I have New Jersey, Vancouver, Detroit, and like a Devil's beanie, and that's it. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to continue with this, with the, the thing. This is the Brunner person. That must be that person you said that left after 10 years. Quote, one day I was here and I was talking to someone and I felt something poke me in the butt, Brunner admitted with a smile. Quote, it's happened twice. Apparently he's a buttman. It's a ghost, but who cares? Others have claimed that Marvin has grabbed their shoulders or they've heard him stomping around on the second floor. More things happen on the second floor, quote, according to Stolley. Some people, quote, some people are afraid to go to the upstairs bathrooms, quote. These occurrences happen 3 or 4 times a week at Widow's, that's the place. It has become a part of the business. While some people are spooked by the specter, others get used to having him around. The precise location of Marvin's death, which was once a staircase up to the second floor, is now a storage closet. Open the closet door and you'll see a plastic skeleton hanging there. That's weird to have a plastic one. According to Stolley, the skeleton has been there since she took over, and she's never moved it, leaving it as homage to their resident spirit prankster. 3 things. Number 1, how do you not know that there's a guy just sitting there that the owners know going, okay, this is going to be like our amusement park. You just sit there and make noises and do things. So, my evidence for that is like when you said, oh, the white orb at Marvin's room, he heard that and went and was like, oh, he said the room, let me make noises. Like, how do you know? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying that could be something, or it could be not. You could be right. I don't know. Second thing, about the Marvin's room thing, the reason I was laughing at Marvin's room was, I don't know if you know, that's a reference because the reference to the singer Marvin Gaye's room, and it's also a reference because that's a really good song by the rapper Drake, and that's just a fun thing. So I always say Marvin's room, it's funny. That's a good song, too. Anyway, Connor hands it off to Pullman to Morrissey. Pullman in front. Connor! Sticked away by Holtby. Out of his goal. And the puck sent down into the Jets' end. Here's Schmidt. He lost the puck. The Jets take it, but now Vancouver trying to get away with it. They can't. The drop pass goes to the boards. There was Dubois. Hughes on his shift and brought out by Besser. And Lanston for Miller. Miller took a hit by Pullman. Very physical hockey player is Pullman. Handed back to center. And lobbed in. After dropped that in, and Edler hands it off for Schmidt. Moved in. They have cameras in the restaurant when all the Civil War fell. We checked the cameras. So nothing can check. Hey, you sure there wasn't somebody on the second floor? I'm not trying to tell you you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, it's. I'm playing devil's advocate, right? I'm just saying somebody could say, "Oh, haha, that's complete garbage." I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to be rude or something. And I'm not necessarily poking holes in your story. I'm just saying what people could say. But that's interesting. That's an interesting little story. There's a shot for McEwen. Is that in? No! Swept out at the final second by a Winnipeg defenseman. And DeMello took a hit, and Beagle gets it back. Look for McEwen. McEwen away from Value. Shot from the boards at the flex wide. Here's McEwen. We didn't even know Erickson in this game, interestingly enough. But, okay, I guess. Myers that throwing up high and taken away, moving to Hoglander. Actually, kind of funny is this shot wide that, for everything there that they've kind of used it as, this is weird, as the Jets are saying that this went out of play, but they said it hasn't, and a save made by Hellebuck. That it's kind of funny that, like, it was a hand pass, that's what it was, but that they're like, we're going to keep this whole spirit thing, we're going to use this kind of as an attraction sort of thing where we're going to be okay with it, and, it's fun. And they don't hide it. They're like, yeah, we're this restaurant, and we're known for, or hotel or whatever it was. But we're also known for having a mischievous Casper-esque ghost. And that's our thing.
What a good fourth line shift, as you say, against the flow of play.
Is that the punishment? Oh, okay. So that's my punishment. All right. It's 2-1 Vancouver. 2-1 Vancouver. Shot in off the goal, and here's Ehlers. Question, Josh. Does this, if we get to the third period and nobody scores, does that punishment stay? Since I lost the second period, does that punishment stay, or is it just period 2? Let me know. Ehlers chasing the play. Here's Ben. Going back to center. Pearson away with it. Pearson losing the puck. Now gets it. Hand it to the captain, Bo Horvat. Off of a stick. The stick of Stastny. And through to Connor. And handed it away. A lofted puck to Connor, who strikes it in. Less than 33 seconds left in the second period. Vancouver 2, Winnipeg 1. Wait, but you didn't answer, Josh. Does it have to be second period or third period? Here's a chance for Peterson shooting wide. He missed the net, and that was a real good chance to go up 3-1. Handed it back to Schmidt. And it circled it to Besser. And Besser loses it. A partial breakaway, but Jets can't. Scheifele couldn't have got the shot off. And so the Canucks are going to have a 1-goal lead heading into the final period of play. Luc Dubois, Pierre-Luc Dubois, with his first goal of the team, ends up putting the Jets in a position to win, down by 1. Vancouver, 20 minutes away. Any goal in the game? Okay, fine. That's going to be fun, actually. I got to read what you said. So, when first the ghost detectives came in the building, asked to take pictures of the movement. On the picture, we see a face and shoulder. Oh, that's interesting.
In control after the first period, 2-0. Second period, it looked like the Jets started to regain some portion of that control. What happened?
You know what? The Canucks are such a fragile team right now. It's like one thing negatively happens, and all of a sudden, all that good feeling, all their good mojo goes away, and they're running around like chickens with their head cut off in their defensive zone. It was crazy. Now, with that said, still, I'm not feeling as good as I was after the first period, but the Canucks are capable of winning this game. Winnipeg was kind of flexing their muscles a little bit in the last 5 to 8 minutes of that period where they dominated. Fortunately for the Canucks, they get out of that period up with the lead. I think this is a typical situation where one team comes out, plays well in the first, the other in the second. The game will be decided in the third. Whoever scores the first goal is most likely going to win.
And that doesn't bother us.
Is everything.
We love close games late. Let's look back at that second period. Obviously, the Jets did score a goal. 3 minutes gone by, and there was this play. Morrissey.
Incredible defensive play by Josh Morrissey. Recognizes that Hellebuck got a great push over to his right. He's never going to be able to get back. That means Morrissey's got to get his stick there, and he does. Towards JT Miller.
It was a goal. I mean, that would have been a goal without a doubt. Here's the captain setting up the newest Jets. Pierre-Luc Dubois cuts the deficit in half.
We talked about this line at the open. It's a new first line for the Winnipeg Jets. Kyle Connor dropped down to that second unit with Stastny. It features Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Hi, Nathan.
Left wing. Something we haven't really talked about very much. It's certainly a possibility. And right there, he looks like $1 million. This is a big line. Scheifele's a big guy. Miller's huge. Dubois, no wallflower. They have the ability to inflict a lot of pain. We're just going through that feeling out process right now, though.
Whatever happened to Jacob Dillon? Wallflower, one headlight. They had the one hit, right?
So
we're going to ponder that during the timeouts. Quick timeout, then we're going to come back. We're going to paradise. I mean, literally, Lake Tahoe, absolutely paradise. If you think David Pastrnak was happy before the game, what about after the game? He made history. I'm right back.
This intermission report is presented by Geico. You could save even more by bundling home and car insurance.
Bender, take one. Tonight's matchup, me versus the other Bender. If I can eke out a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle.
Score, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but 2-1 Vancouver, end of the second period. So we're right now in the second intermission, and the Canucks have a 1-goal lead. So, but back to that, right. So I don't know if anybody's really interested in this, but this is kind of what we were talking about earlier. My last name, you're asking my last name is Fifoot, Fifoot. But anyway, no, it was interesting, right? Because, again, not something that I'm particularly interested in, but it actually was kind of intriguing about that story that, Trent, you were talking about. That's, I guess you can't make that stuff up. But again, it doesn't seem like it's scaring that many people with the ghost stuff. So that's kind of cool,
It's my
I guess.
decompression zone. So when my windshield broke, I searched for someone who really knew my car. I found the experts at Safelight Auto Glass. With their exclusive technology, they fixed my windshield, then recalibrated the camera attached to my glass, so my safety systems still work. Who knew that was a thing? Safelight has service I can trust.
Safelight repair, Safelight replace.
Personal Capital wants to know, are you worried about the state of the world? How about your retirement? It's time to get a plan. Download award-winning, free professional-grade tools and take control of your financial future with Personal Capital. See if you're on track for retirement success and get financial confidence. Are you ready to take control? Join millions of others and download free financial tools today at personalcapital.com.
At Home Chef, we believe a delicious meal should always fit your schedule. It might be a make it easy meal kit Monday, or a toss it in the oven Tuesday, or a what am I, a chef now Wednesday, or even a day that doesn't need a clever name, like steak.
On a Thursday.
Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Also available at select stores. Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
This is cellulose acetate, a plant-based material that's not only extremely durable, but also quite flexible, making it ideal for working partners.
Sure.
Which, by the way,
Dun. He closes his eyes too. That's weird. The little kid with the burger. Like,
oh yeah, about those prescription lenses. Working
I wish I had like the little chicken sandwich. I could do it.
polycarbonate lenses that have been treated with scratch-resistant and anti-reflective.
I love that commercial.
Nice. Try 5 pairs for free at Warby Parker.
I know. Go, Nathan. Now I want Grubhub. I want to get KFC Grubhub now and get that like that chicken buffalo chicken slider thing. Oh my god. And I ate already. You saw me eat already. There's no reason for me to do this.
Back to the intermission report presented by Geico. Lots, paradise, Lake Tahoe, NHL outdoors, such a gorgeous setting. For the Bruins, as they made their way out to the ice, and the Flyers. Just beautiful,
Stunning.
scenes, yes, picturesque. And here come the Bees in a hockey game. 34 seconds in, David Pastrnak opens the scoring.
This was picturesque for all Boston Bruins fans who've seen it so many times. Marchand and Pastrnak for a one-timer, back of the net. Thank you very much.
Flyers up 2-1, and then Charlie McAvoy evens the score.
A little bit of payback for redemption for Charlie McAvoy. Had an unfortunate bounce earlier in the game where his stick broke, didn't get back into play in time, and Philly scored their first goal that way, and he makes up for it with that one.
I didn't watch the video. I'm not going to.
There's no making up what this one is right here. It's a rolling puck that rolls up on your blade, and you sling it at the net. When Pastrnak does it, it's bar down.
I still don't have it anyway because you only sent it here.
Love that bar
And I didn't click on it when you sent it.
Beautiful shot. Kind of over the shoulder. Right there. Actually dropped below the glove. Excuse me on that one. Post and back off the body of Carter Hart.
Trent Frederick, his first NHL goal. What a time, what a moment.
Where's Weeksy when you need him? Welcome to the National.
Yes.
Another kind of sling of a shot. Not a lot of luck for Carter Hart in this one.
This a flurry of offense for Boston. John Moore, the long shot. Richie tips it in. That's 3 tallies in 99.
It's just a dad dance. I'm not a dad. Just because I wear glasses and I'm not jacked doesn't make me a dad.
Pasta with the hat trick.
Are you kidding me?
Second player to do that in an outdoor game.
Yeah, that one right there that's what we're used to seeing him do. Beautiful one-timer, great form, right knee down on the ice, buries it, and it was a football score when it was all said and done. 7-3. The Pats win.
Yes. I'm going to go with Tony Eason on a quarterback sneak. 7-3 the final. Let's hear from the star himself, David Pastrnak, he of the hat trick.
Oh man, beautiful. We enjoy every second of it. As you can see, we was talking about it as thinking as a bonding team. We had some good time together. Obviously, Red hasn't played 90s and playing in this beautiful weather and just thanks for everybody who made that happen. It's always bring the back memories. Got Johnson there, my previous NHL goals. So it's been good playing against Philly, and just having fun, obviously I got a couple nice passes from the boys, and I just buried that. So overall, it's been fun and really enjoyable outdoor, and today against the league.
A couple of shifts got away from us. I really liked the way we came out and played hard and competed and played smart in that first period. But in the second period, a couple of shifts got away from us. And they're such a strong team that they can capitalize on their opportunities, and they did.
We were listening Barbie Girl before you guys asked me to do
Fine, I'll watch it.
His glasses out in the locker room, and then you guys ruined it, and I had to go answer the question, so I missed the Barbie Girl song, and who knows what's going to be on when I come back.
He's amazing. David Pastrnak.
That's a lot of personality.
We love you. I mean, that is what we love.
I remember this.
Sharing their personalities, David Pastrnak upset that he was missing Barbie Girl to talk with the media. He has been so successful.
I love it. Yeah, I love to see, you see the growth from players we talk about all the time. You see growth from coaches too.
It's like the South Side, but it's like less.
Yeah, 10, 15 years ago, he would have been over the
Okay, what do you think? Is that enough?
Not that he accepts it easily. He just handles it.
Was that enough, Nathan?
He's had success everywhere he's been. So I think that's probably part of where that voice comes from. We're going to take a break, go back, third period, straight ahead. 2-1.
Third period coming up, guys.
Overseas control in the first. Winnipeg answered. Here, Luc Dubois on the board. Third period next.
This intermission report is presented by Geico. You could save even more by bundling home and car insurance.
Gosh, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Medicaid to help you plan dessert.
That sucked. I just did what he did. I think you'd only like it if it was him doing it.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle. Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Millions of people are saying yes to Allegra, including the experts. It's the #1 allergist recommended brand for non-drowsy relief. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, so you can get going first thing. It lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, giving you relief through the late shift. And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra is non-drowsy for all your non-stop adventures. Join the millions saying yes to Allegra. And for kids, try Children's Allegra, the #1 allergist-recommended non-drowsy brand.
I browsed 8 sites for divorce attorneys today.
I browsed 8 sites for divorce attorneys today.
I love working with you. Me too.
I gotta work more on my biceps. I think I might go to the gym tomorrow, but
On March 15th, I purchased prenatal vitamins and for pregnancy tests.
and then here.
The number on my credit card is 0237-1221.
Not as much as it should be.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home. I went to Warden Parker's website and I picked 5 grades that I really liked. These are really cute. Virtual try-on is perfect. Like they look like they're on my face. Like look at this. Just swipe and switch. Love these. Look at them. I think these are all.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
I feel like we lost our sugar. Let's do something different. Do we try those socks with individual toes? Oh, please.
I just got back from vacation. Gorgeous. Packing their speedos.
What's the name of the place again?
Vista Del Mar.
You put my heart fit.
Remember my gift, Lisa? 611.
611? 611? Where is 124? Say PG-13.
Hey, some of us are trying to work here.
Back to the Geico intermission report. It's 2-1 through 40. Reason the Jets have a goal on the board. Their newest acquisition.
I'm good. I'm pretty good at street hockey. It's funny. I'm a good forward. Not a great. I like playing center a lot, but I'm not a great center because I'm not incredible at the face-offs. I would say probably like a few months ago. But it's funny. I play forward. I like to play forward, but I end up playing goalie a lot more than I do. I don't like playing goalie, but I'm actually decent at it.
I know the Canucks had pressure right at the end of the period, but from about the 5-minute mark of the second period until that point, you guys really had the game in your favor. How were you able to turn that in your favor?
Yeah, we feel like
On feet.
we're close. We're getting there.
Hi, Tyrese.
We're one pass or one touch from being right back in this, and it's sometimes it's getting more simple. Sometimes it's better tape to tape. Sometimes it's just finding that lane, and I think we're going to do a good job of that in the third.
So much drama swirled around Pierre-Luc Dubois with the whole situation in Columbus, and now he's found his home with the Winnipeg Jets, his first goal. Lutz, I want to ask you about the fits on that line. How did they look to you?
Slow the first period, but everybody did for the Winnipeg Jets. They started to pick it up at the end of the first, and then the second they looked much better. Eventually break through. Pierre-Luc Dubois gets his first, and it just takes a while. You've got players like Scheifele and Wheeler who are so used to playing together, Tony. It's like they've never been in this league and haven't played together. Of course, Kyle Connor's been there for the majority of the time this year. And that's a completely different look. Connor is a quick player. He's going to dart in and out. He's going to use his speed effectively. Dubois, heavier guy, used to play in the middle. It's going to take a little bit of time.
I'm finished doing schoolwork. Well, I have another assignment due tomorrow, but
it's just not something
I can do it in 30 minutes.
a lot about.
Very, very easy. So I'm not doing schoolwork now.
Number 2 spot, and maybe Stastny would be the guy moving over. A guy that I think could adapt a little bit better, quite frankly. But for now, we'll see what they got in the third period, because it's going to be on that line to bring Winnipeg back into this game if they want to win it.
Lutz taught me the importance of a symbiotic relationship.
Yes.
When a line is working well
That
together,
would be Wheeler and Shifley.
symbiotic.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this, in the remaining seconds we have, for Pierre-Luc Dubois, he said he was never more ready to play a hockey game than this one. A lot of emotion. How has he done managing his emotion in this game?
In this game, I think he's done very well. He stayed completely within control. Doesn't look like he's in tip-top shape. He's just missed a lot of time between his trade and then getting injured. So that is showing a little bit. But he's a young guy. He's typically in great shape. It won't be long. You need to play a few games to get that last 10-15%. I see that missing right now. But every game, every minute, every second.
Do you play in a league? No, I don't play. I only play hockey with friends. I don't play in a league, but I don't play hockey in a league. But I do play basketball in a league. We're currently in the off season, but we'll be starting our season in a few months. Not sure when, but I do play men's league basketball, and I'm pretty good. Handed at the line. Back down. What's my challenge, Josh? What's my challenge for the third period? I know I still have to do the punishment of the next goal in this game is scored with the Rangers goal horn, but no, he can't. He has a 8:15 a.m. class tomorrow. Yeah, not a great start. He has to be up by at least 8 because he's got a class at 8:15 tomorrow in the morning, which is really uncomfortable and annoying. He came for like the last 2 minutes of the Devils stream of the Capitals, but he's not coming by today. We all got school tomorrow. I got 2 classes. I know you have a class. I'm streaming tomorrow, but my class isn't going to affect my stream, which is nice. No, I forgot to tell him that because I was really, intent on the broadcasting the Devils trying to get a goal. They were down by 1 at that point. It came just as Gushchev scored. Battled at the wall from Ben. In control, here's Pearson. Shoots one. Save made by Hellebuck. Canucks trying to get some room, and there's a penalty, I think, against the Canucks because they tried to get the stick in, and it hooked the Jet. I think it's against Vancouver. Is it against Niels? Yes, it is. He tried to put the puck to the stick to the puck, and he lost position until rare offensive zone penalty by the offensive team, and it was through Stastny. He tried to get it back, and then he fell down, but the Hoglander, who draws a ton of penalties, is going to be called for one. So Winnipeg on the power play. Hands off Connor right off the wall. And the Canucks clear it down the ice. Just like that. Taken by Morrissey. Brought to center ice. Winnipeg 23rd in the league on road power plays. They're 14%. Brought in by Shifley. Handed it back. Vancouver's next team that they'll be playing will be, of course, a team that they've played this year, but a team that they haven't played since they drew in the very first 2 games of the regular season. They'll play Edmonton. Morrissey a shot. That's one wide. Rebound. They try to bank it on Holtby, and you cannot with 1:03 left in the power play. Good save by the goalie for Vancouver. Come on.
Here's the shot from the point. It's deflected twice, just misses. Wheeler throws it out, and it hits Stastny's stick so hard, but it just goes off his stick right to goal.
Jets win the face-off. Shifley sees it up for Connor, whipped it high and wide. That was a little tight to him. Stastny pumps it along.
Backed it up from Stastny. It's handed off at Morrissey. Left circle. Not in front, but they didn't deflect it wide. No control. Morrissey trying to keep it in. He cannot. Yeah, he was there for not long, though. Taken by Kyle Connor. Moves his way by. And Edler with a hit. Tries to look for Roussel. We find Roussel. Movement away, and the puck spiked into the Winnipeg zone. Canucks will make some changes. 12 seconds remaining on the Jets power play. Josh Morrissey with 4 power play points. It's sent to center. One last chance in the man advantage for Winnipeg. The stick goes off of Pierre-Luc Dubois. And out of the box comes Niels Hoglander. He was going to skate to the bench, but he gets back into the Vancouver zone to play defense. Got a stick on it. Hoglander sweeps it off to the boards. And here comes Vancouver. What a great play for him. Dropped off. Hoglander still not going to the bench. Hoglander moving in. A shot and a save by Hellebuck. Hoglander goes right to the goal, but no penalty called against Vancouver for goalie interference. Bo Horvat, and there are changes, and now he weaves in. Hoglander with it. Lost a chance in the puck. He got beat by Lowry, and here's Lowry with it. Ehlers with it. Ehlers tosses this one off over for Lowry. Dropped it too far from Belliot. And as the one Winnipeg player was changing, he hops back on the ice to try to go get it and get into play. Swept through by DeMello. Lowry takes a hit, and Myers is there as well. Yalevi. Going to take that through Roussel. Another funny thing, I didn't realize how big that Yalevi's actually a lot stronger and a lot bigger than you think he initially looks when you get the size and weight of him coming in to training camp. As it's Appleton bumped off the puck, Yalevi to try to go grab it. Appleton back at it. Here's Pierre-Luc Dubois. Spins past Sutter. Luc Dubois. It's intercepted by Roussel, and here's Sutter. Now Roussel chasing the puck. Cox can't keep in, and this is fired down the ice. Edler to touch and icing against the Jets.
But he doesn't have much of an angle. He's in the pass the face-off slot. It's Connor Hellebuck up high. Not much to shoot at there, Hellebuck. Shoulders up.
November 5 shots in this game. Matches his career high. This is rookie season. JT Miller after the ball. Safely able to
Back away from Miller, working at it. Bent at the blue line. Backhanded in and controlled off the backhand rebound. It's pulled to the boards. And taken by Besser, but intercepted. And a pass across. Shifley breakaway. Save, and then it's in. They score. Jets tie it because Holtby couldn't control the rebound. And just like that, we have a tie game here in Vancouver. Oh, this is gonna, oh my God. This is gonna go off a Canuck. Canuck put it in his own net. Yes. Nick puts it in his own goal. So the Jets now have tied the game. Somehow. I don't know how, but they've tied the game somehow. As that puck went in. And Pearson going down. This poked away. And in a tie game, the Canucks steal it back. Pearson Over to Hughes. Drop pass to Pearson. Back across the pass. Going behind and a penalty coming up against the Jets. McEwen with the great pass. Trying to get it in front. Hoglander moving. Still. Hughes lost the puck, but he still got it. Hughes back across. They move in for Ben. Jordy Ben back to center ice. Extra attacker. A 6-on-5 for Vancouver until Winnipeg touches the puck, and then it'll be a 5-on-4. The drop pass to work. Here's JT Miller. He sends it on the cross back from Myers and shot in. Touched away by Miller. JT Miller back to the line. Control to Hughes. Hughes with it. Waits. Myers. Hughes. Slap shot. That one up high and got blocked. Here's Pettersson with it again. Dropped it off. JT Miller. Banked across. Besser to try to win it. Oliver. Besser, Roussel, Miller. And then Winnipeg will touch the puck. And so a horrible goal will go for the Jets, but they will be killing a penalty. 2-2 here in Vancouver. Canucks to the power play. Yeah, it was a very stupid goal because Schmidt was so worried about keeping the puck out that, I mean, I understand Schmidt's like, oh no, this puck's going to roll in, but Holtby saw it. Schmidt didn't think that Holtby saw it, but Holtby would have covered it. It would have been 2-1. But that was that was garbage. But listen, Nate's having trouble adjusting, but he's going to find his niche. The problem is that he takes a step forward and then he takes 2 steps backward. That's his issue.
And they can send you medication so you can get better quickly. Visit lemonadehealth.com today.
Yeah, I watched. I know you wanted me to stream it yesterday, but I watched it last night. But I just watched it. I will be streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming the Minnesota and the Minnesota and San Jose game, but I'll have some coverage of the Arizona game. The games that I can, Minnesota is going to take more precedence just because I like Minnesota better than Arizona. Only one spot better, and the reason I say Minnesota is because Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm not streaming on Friday because I'm actually going home. Pretty sure Monday and Wednesday, the Wild are playing, but the Red Wings, Canucks, and Devils are not. But it's funny, on Tuesday and Thursday, the Devils, Canucks, and Red Wings are all playing on the same day. Yeah, it was really nice. It was a really cool game. In fact, I missed the first period of it because when the first period was in the early afternoon, I was live streaming a television broadcast for Montclair for my high school, for my college, doing a broadcast for the swimming. So I missed the first period, but obviously the second and the third were at midnight, so I was able to see that. For midnight for me. Handed back down away from Hughes, a shot. Off the boards. Pettersson trying to get to it. Oh, Josh, what's my thing I have to do for the third period? Dropping it to Hughes. Miller. Hughes shooting. Up high, rebound, and it's cycled into the Vancouver zone. Thank you, I appreciate it. I was learning a lot with it. It was pretty enjoyable. I also didn't know with a mic, and this kind of startled Nathan too. He didn't realize this, that I have a really low and solid voice for them. Don't say, oh, this will be an interesting one. Okay. Tape to tape pass. Over for JT Miller. Twig to twig. They go there. Here's JT Miller, a shot up high. Taken by Besser. Waterline out there. Handle to Hughes. Miller, back pass Hughes. Besser, fakes. Besser again. Drops it off, Pettersson. Pettersson evades a check, then got hit. Then goes for it, and then clear. No. Josh has already given me, I can't say stick. I actually already did kind of what Charles, you suggested, except I couldn't have said the Jets. And I failed, and so for the Shifley goal, I had to play the Rangers one because I hate them. I actually kind of like the Rangers corn, but I don't like them. Dropped off less than 10 seconds ago. Here's a shot. Hughes. Rebound. Fired wide. And cleared down the ice to the length of the twig. Power play's over. 10:40 left in the third. 2-2. And they haven't scored a power play goal. Vancouver has not. Handled it back. Roussel drops it off to go and grab it. Here's Wheeler. Blake Wheeler, hands off. Moving in is Luke Dubois. Pierre-Luc Dubois. The Canucks scored some pretty epic goals. They've let up some pretty bad ones. And it's 2-2, and now we've got something brewing.
And Brandon Sutter is going to head to the box here for high sticking.
Sutter for a high sticking on Pierre-Luc Dubois, and he just screamed
Vancouver 20 minor penalty for high sticking.
It's a minor, not a major, so only 2 minutes with 10:16 to go in the third, though. The power play coming for Winnipeg. You can't. No. I already did that. That's a one-time punishment. That's a one-time punishment. You can't challenge it again. That was a one-time punishment. Why are you quitting Discord? He's on Discord. Charles, why are you quitting Discord? I mean, I'm not pressuring you to quit or not quit, but if you stay on Discord, it's a lot easier for me to contact you, to like talk to you, to discuss things with you, and even have like just random conversations than it is on here. Because if it's on here, then I have to stream to be able to do it. If it's on Discord, we can talk or ask questions, or you can know when I'm streaming whenever. People are too toxic. In our channel, I don't think people are that toxic. If you're talking about people maybe like Nathan doing politics stuff, I mean, you just ignore it, I guess. Or do you mean other Discord channels? Because I don't really know anyone on here that's super toxic. Oh, and other hockey Discords. Oh, okay. That's disgusting. I'm sorry about that. Well, you know what you could do? Again, I'm not advocating this because obviously it's your decision. As a shot from point, score. Unbelievable. 3-2. Canucks put up the first time today. Deja vu from New Jersey and the Capitals. This is also a goal from a former Ranger of the Kings even more, with the screen in front from the former Capitals. I want to stick this medicine out right in the sink. It's bad. Get out. And the Jets have a 1-goal lead. What? Are you? Hold up. Are you freaking kidding me? And I'm not talking about you, Josh. I'm talking about Charles. Are you joking? Oh. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what to say. That's horrible. And you know clearly that they weren't using that word as like they literally like that's all right. So that is super toxic. Here's what I would say. You can drop out of certain Discord channels. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can like click the channel and like leave. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Hold on a second. You see this? Oh, the light's in the way. Can you see, Charles? Can you see this? This is a random Discord. You click. Hold on. I'll show you. So, you see this? You click this small little button over here. These little 3 dots on the name of the Discord, and there's a thing that says leave server. So you can leave the server. So you can stay on our server and have we can have our family friendly, really nice and normal and not evil talking, and you can leave these toxic discords. First of all, you need to talk to the moderators of these people, because these people gotta be shut down. Absolutely, that's horrible. There's a chance in front on Holtby, who made the save as Lowry was trying to give the Jets a 2-goal lead, and the Canucks need to come back and score a goal. This is just like against the Flames. Roussel dropped it at the blue line again. Juolevi, chance in front, a shot. Rebound, puck loose, in front again, and to the boards. And a hooking call against Beaulieu. Power play coming up to Vancouver, and they haven't scored all day. The Canucks are trailing by a goal. So you can do that if you want. But that's horrible, man. That's super upsetting. Right? Like, you know what I mean? That's...
Introducing officially licensed team face coverings by Fanatics. From all the leagues, teams, and colleges you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Sick of annoying spam calls? RoboKiller eliminates 99% of unwanted calls, so you can live your life spam call free. Download RoboKiller today.
This is more than steak. This is a wake-up call for all 5 senses. This is Omaha Steaks, hand-selected, butcher-cut, and aged to beef tenderness. Best steak you've ever tasted, guaranteed. Plus anything else you crave. Seafood, chops, burgers, Omaha Steaks. Every meal is an unforgettable experience. Plus, order now and get free chicken and burgers. Visit omahasteaks.com/TV. They're the team everybody loves. The team at NHL Network. Catch up with the news of the day on NHL Now. Get instant analysis with NHL Tonight. Top it off with On the Fly.
Every game matters.
Begins weekdays 4 Eastern on NHL Network.
Does your son or daughter want to be the Toyota Junior Trainer at home for a Canucks game this season? Enter online for the chance to win official Toyota Junior Trainer jacket, along with an autographed team lock.
See Nathan Beaulieu shaking his head in the penalty box. There he takes Brandon Sutter down and takes the hooking penalty. Third power play of the game for the Canucks.
Hand it over from Hughes. Hughes sending it back. Hughes again. Dropping it. JT Miller. Quinn Hughes. Hughes sent it to the right circle here on the power play. I don't know. A chance in front, and they try to clear, but it's kept in and kicked by Peterson. Besser drops it off, and now the Jets will finally clear that. That did give them time, though, in the zone.
30 seconds on the penalty.
That's 30 seconds that's been spent in this power play. Dropped it off from Horvat. Fired again over for JT Miller. He can play that to Peterson, to Miller. At the right circle. Peterson moving. Besser. Shot it back to JT Miller at the left hash. Miller. Hands off to Peterson. Peterson back pass. Hughes. Hughes has Miller. Miller steps back but then goes through at the blue line. Miller to Hughes. Peterson slap shot off the crossbar. Ninth time he's done that. JT Miller, not a good record. Peterson again, shot save made by Hellbuck. And JT Miller again. And here's Hughes. And here's Peterson, shot blocked. Peterson again, hands it off to Miller. JT Miller, Horvat up high. Also, JT Miller's got to shoot this puck more.
Jets. They want to make sure that Quinn Hughes isn't the guy getting the blue line. There's Appleton right away. Go to Quinn Hughes first. Make sure that he passes it off.
Canucks are going to live or die with their first unit power play here. It stays out with 34 seconds to go in the man advantage.
5:47 left in the third. 33 left in the power play. 32 seconds left in the power play. There's a battle at the boards. Everyone's at the wall. Horvat off the glass. Kept to Peterson, dropping down, but he sends over to Miller. at the left circle, and everyone comes back. First unit's out there. Drop pass again. Hughes cannot hold in. They should have fell down to try to hold the puck. And JT Miller moves in, and here's Hughes trying to come through. He shoots in. Ehlers trying to clear. Cannot. Glove down by a Jet and sent to center, and the power play is over. And the pass in front. A save by Holtby, but I think there's going to be a penalty against Vancouver. Slashing to Besser. The first power play guy goes to the box. The Canucks are going to have to kill a penalty late in the third period.
Belt holder. This is the Frequent Smooth Challenger. Ding, ding. Proper number 12, Irish whiskey. One for all.
Nice. Want a better credit card? We got you. The experts at NerdWallet compare hundreds of credit cards so you can narrow in on what matters most. From low rates to no annual fees, find and shop the best cards for you. For all your credit card questions, turn to the nerds.
Where else can you get access to the game's best every night? Let's go! Where else can you make a fast break? From one live game to hundreds of others. Where else can you watch
No, not it's very stupid. This team you go, oh, what's happening? That's this team does.
Check out a free trial February 15th to the 21st.
NerdWallet can help make your money goals happen, like finding a low rate on a downtown loft or having a better credit card than your older sister. We have tools for both. Easily discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more on NerdWallet.
Every night of the regular season, we're hard at work, reducing down the best elements of all the nice action into a final product we call On the Fly. On the Fly, after the game on NHL Network.
Canucks are going to avoid losing both to the Jets, and when this series wraps up tonight, they can look forward to the Oilers coming to town for a couple. First game Tuesday, 7 Pacific, Sportsnet Pacific. The Oilers and the Canucks will play Tuesday and Thursday. Vancouver shorthanded. There's the little hook by Brock Besser. He didn't like the call because they let one go, beyond down at the other end, but he called it slashing. Jets, third power play.
Winnipeg on their power play. They want to score goals here. Benched off the blue line. Connor shooting. Save. Hellebuck. Canucks trying to get it out. Maybe they just have to stop wearing these alternate jerseys. It's like with Montreal. Here's JT Miller trying to weave by. And a pass across. Edler will chop this to center. Taken in. A short-handed chance. Vancouver player Myers fell down. He's working on Scheifele. It's dropped off to Wheeler. Wheeler centering it through. Connor. Kyle Connor at the blue line. Handed it off to Scheifele. Right circle. Back to the goal wide. Here's Connor. Connor dropping it to Morrissey. Back to Morrissey. To Connor. Connor shoots off the goal. And not the post, just off the side of the goal. Handed at the left circle. Myers trying to chip this puck away. This is in front. Holtby there. Loose. And taken away by Sutter. Who banks this through, and Roussel to go grab it behind the net. Roussel drops off the glove for Sutter. Sutter pass to Roussel! Off his stick, and here's Sutter again. Sutter left circle. Sutter with it. Wheels behind. Sutter still past Connor. Drops it at the blue line wide open. Oh, here is Jordy Ben. He had time, but he mishandled the puck a little bit. It comes over for Sutter again, who backhands this through. Schmidt, no one is at the point at the left side. No idea why. Beagle to try to take this away, but I think it was because, that's actually why. There's not a ton of defensemen out that can play constantly because, they're still killing. Now the power play's over, and just as it ended, Holtby grabs the puck out of the air with the glove. And with 3:06 to go, they will have full strength and have to start thinking of pulling Braden Holtby for the extra attacker to find a way to tie this game. I can't.
Flies through and you can see his.
I can't, Braxton. I'll be at copyright. I've gotten suspended for doing it 90 twice, and you can't live stream for 90 days after you they call you in copyright. So can't do it. Jets win the draw. At the line, looking away for Ehlers and Myers. Fouled off of that. Here's Tanner Pearson. Shoots this off a stick and by the wall. And dropped from Kopp away at Lowry behind the Vancouver net. And Lowry, he took a hit. 2:39 left in the third period. Winnipeg 3, Vancouver 2. Over for Pionk. He scored the last goal. A shot is gloved down by Holtby. I didn't know any blocking shots here.
You look at that trade, Jacob Trouba going to the New York Rangers and Neil Pionk coming the other way. And the Trouba's out now. He's hurt. He'll be out for 6 weeks. And Neil Pionk has really turned into a valuable defenseman.
Kevin Cheveldayoff engineered that one. Hoping to see his team improve to 11-6-1 through 18 games. 2.5 minutes away from a 1-goal lead. Here's Besser.
Goes at the far wall, Brock Besser, and it's backhanded in again. JT Miller, they try to force it. Besser off his stick. Holtby to the bench. Extra attacker on for Vancouver. Canucks are screaming that this should be delay of game. It will be. Morrissey to the box. 6 on 4 if Holtby stays on the bench. It's a 2-minute minor penalty with 2:13 left in the third. So that will encompass most of the regulation. So Vancouver is given, you're not given a pass in the NHL, but they're given something damn near close to it with 2:13 left and needing a goal. Face-off won by Vancouver. Miller. They've not emptied their net, I don't think yet, but Hughes hands it off to Miller. Hughes a shot that's boarded back over Pettersson and just past him. And Holtby's still on the ice. I don't know when he decides to leave. It should be soon with 1:50 to go in the third. Dropped off. Here's Horvat. It's a 5-on-4 so far, but it'll be a 6-on-4 when he decides to leave. Handed JT Miller. Pettersson shot up and off of a jet and out of play. Might have hit Hellebuck. Not sure. I think it hit Forward. 1:26 left on the man advantage. Pettersson got hit trying to work with the draw. He's down on the ice. He's trying to protect the puck. The puck almost went out of the zone, but it did not because Horvat kept in with Miller, and there. And Hughes actually was the one to help. There's Pettersson shooting wide off the glass, but it ricocheted off of a goaltender out of the glass and out of play. He steered that, and also Holtby has just gone to the bench, so it's a 6-on-4 for Vancouver. Unless the Canucks score or a Vancouver penalty, Morrissey will leave the penalty box. That's what happened. It hit the mask. The puck hit the mask of it never went out. The puck hit the mask of Hellebuck, and it floated off his head. Well, crashed off his head. And they don't want a goaltender facing 120 mile per hour slap shots with no hat. Ice Storm, minute 20 left in the third. Drop to the blue line. Handed JT Miller. Moves it. 6-on-4 to go. Back JT Miller. Miller weaves on. 1 minute and 10 on the third. There's a shot. Rebound. Besser with the puck. Besser with it. Besser doesn't shoot. He will go to Miller. JT Miller. Back to Brock Besser. Back to JT Miller. Pettersson to his skates. Pettersson back to Hughes. Hughes with it. Final minute of play in the period. In regulation. Here's Hughes. Hands it. JT Miller. Sent down. Besser, dropped off. Miller, Hughes, shooting, and off the boards. Pettersson, Hughes, Pettersson, fakes fans. Pettersson, Hughes, Pettersson, score! Succeed, shoot again until you're bleeding from your hands. That's a little harsh, but it's a 3-3 tie. The game the Canucks should not have let get away. They almost did, and now have found a way to tie it on a 6-on-4 power play, and hope he comes from the bench right to the other end of the ice to the net. He fanned on it initially, and he sliced it in. This one just a bullet drive. Fairly Peterson, Morrissey in the bench, who was about 25 seconds away from, well, no, not even. Only about 10 seconds away. Just skating on the ice in the final 15. Oh, wow. You guys lost it over in the Auto Senators. But, wow, yeah. Nice to see you here, though. We appreciate you here. I was going to say, oh, you didn't see them score yet. Here we go. Horvat at the face-off draw. Oh, he absolutely is, guys. Puck thrown into the Vancouver end. Still not over, though. At least a point for the Canucks if they could get that. Moving in is Schmidt, who knocked the puck into the Vancouver net the other time. Here's Roussel. Over to Pearson. Pearson dropping it. Sutter. Back. Sutter still loosed in front at the boards. He's kicking away at the puck. Morrissey's holding him away at the puck. Horvat, and the puck is still under a skate. And they're going to dig away at it. It piled to the boards. And there's pushing and shoving. And we're going to overtime. The Canucks, who are up 2-0, just like the Calgary game, give up 3, but then find a way, as he's smiling, to score a late goal. This time Pettersson instead of Besser on the power play. And tie it and head to overtime in Vancouver. The Canucks will get a point. Sadly, Winnipeg will also get a point. But who will get point 2? Thanks for play-by-play. Huge. Thanks for play-by-play. No live TV in Vegas, and I bet the over. Okay. Habs Absolutely Hockey, though. How is, I know I've been up and on your streams, but how has your streams been going? Habs Absolutely Hockey is a rich streamer. He streams usually on the week, a lot of Montreal Canadiens games, and has other videos of like reactions and projections and stuff like that. It's really, really fun stuff. So, how are you doing? How's your content going?
In any event, Pettersson with the timeliest of goals, he'd be smiling too, and he and Nils Holmlander discussing it as we get set for 3-on-3. Again, as I said, not to put a damper on it, but the teams the Canucks are battling here, they're going to have to start beating them in regulation. But to take 2 points to 1 for Winnipeg is the next best thing, and they'll try to get that accomplished here in the next 5 minutes.
Especially a comeback like this, you're down the goal late.
Remember, they lost the game that was mirrored to this at home against the Flames in this building very early in overtime. I can't, Tommy. I can't. I won't be able to because copyright, a 90-day thing. I'll get suspended for 90 days twice. That's happened before. The Canucks take it away into the Winnipeg zone. Moving in is Hughes. Hughes hands it. Shot from the corner wide. Pettersson with it. Holding it. Hughes. And moving it front for the sideboards. Pettersson taking a hit as well. And the Jets to move it out. And it's Luc Dubois with the puck. Pierre-Luc Dubois scores. Oh, my God. former Blue Jacket scores his first 2 goals in Winnipeg in this game, and what we get is a clone of the game against Calgary in this building. 2 early goals in the first, mid through the first. They give up bad goals, give up 3. The Canucks tie it in the final minute on the power play. And then after some blocked sticks, the other team gets the second point. It really hurts the way it ended. Okay, that's so disappointing, but Vancouver gets a point. They move to their 5th in the division. It's not bad. Not the worst thing that could have happened.
Lake Tahoe, which is one of the most beautiful spots in the United States.
They're 4 points behind. They're 5 points behind
The most unique game, so it's going to be exciting.
Winnipeg now for 4th in the division, but they have leapfrogged the Flames for 5th in the North Division with 18 points. So the Canucks do not win, but the Jets will win. Actually, I actually don't know. The Jets with 23, I think, might not be the team now that is at 4. I think they might have moved up a spot. Let me look at spots. Yeah. RIP, that hurts, and not only that they moved to 23. The team that Vancouver is right behind is Montreal. That's the team now. That's the team. So Vancouver now is 3 points behind the Habs for 4th in the division, and they they got a point, so it's good. So they're ahead of Calgary and they're ahead of Ottawa, but they're 3 points behind Montreal, and Winnipeg is now 3rd in the division and 1 point behind Edmonton for 2nd. Well, you guys lost to Ottawa, so today's not the day to be speaking.
Unimaginable how beautiful it was. It was absolutely.
Well, it's good for both teams.
The ice was good. Would we have a great game?
No, I know, but whatever. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a later stream because none of the games I really like. I'm aware they're bad. At least this year. But I'll let you know that tomorrow we're gonna have a late stream because none of the teams I usually stream are playing. But tomorrow at 10:30, I will be streaming Minnesota and San Jose. So it's gonna be a wild stream, as you know. So we'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And also, Charles will have some broadcast of the Coyotes-Ducks game. Good night, everybody. Happy hockey, everybody.